Fundamentals of Hindu Faith, Part 6. These stories concern major figures in the Hindu pantheon: Krishna and his lover Radha, Rama and his wife Sita and brother Lakshman, Shiva and his consort Parvati, or in a different birth Sati, and the great goddess Durga or Devi as a slayer of the buffalo demon Mahisasura. Often such narratives illustrate the interpretation of the divine and human spheres, with deities such as Krishna and Rama entering entirely into human drama. Many tales focus in different degrees on genealogy of human experience, forms of love, and the struggle between order and chaos, or between duty and play. In generating, performing, and listening to these stories, Hindus have often experienced themselves as members of a single imagined family, yet simultaneously these narratives serve to articulate tensions connected with righteous behavior and social inequities. Thus, Ramayana, traditionally a testament of Rama's righteous victories, is sometimes told by the women performers as the story of Sita's travails at Rama's hands. In North India, lower caste musicians present religious epic such as Alha or Dhola in terms that reflects their own experience of world rather than upper caste milieu of the great Sanskrit religious epic, the Mahabharata, which these epics nonetheless echo, to the broadly known pan-Hindu male-centered narrative traditions. These variants provide both resonance and challenge. Devotion. There is a fifth strand that contributes to the unity of Hindu experience through time: bhakti, sharing or devotion, a broad tradition of a loving God that is especially associated with the lives and the worlds of vernacular poet saints throughout India. Devotional poems attributed to these inspired figures, who represent both genders and all social classes, have elaborated a store of images and moods to which access can be had in a score of languages. Bhakti verse first appeared in Tamil, South India, and moved northward into other regions with different languages. Individual poems are sometimes strikingly similar from one language or century to another, without there being any trace of mediation through the pan-Indian distinctly upper caste language, Sanskrit. Often individual motifs in the lives of Bhakti poet saints also bear strong family resemblance, with its central affirmation that religious faith is more fundamental than rigidities of practice or doctrine. Bhakti provides a common challenge to other aspects of Hindu life. At the same time, it contributes to a common Hindu heritage, even a common heritage of protest. Yet certain expressions of bhakti are far more confrontational than others in their criticism of the caste, image, worship, and the performance of vows, pilgrimage, and the acts of self-purification. Central conceptions. In the following sections, various aspects of the complex whole will be addressed, relying primarily on a historical perspective of the development of Hindu tradition. This approach has its cost, for it may seem to give priority to the aspects of tradition that appear in the earliest extant texts. These texts owe their preservation mainly to the labors of upper caste men, especially Brahmins.